What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about 10 of the most hyped TikTok fragrances, and I am going to be using that term pretty loosely, TikTok fragrances, so let's get right into the video. Also check out my fragrance sampling store if you want to sample any of these fragrances. The first fragrance I have is Lattafa Khamrah, and first off let me just say this is 100% worth the hype. This is one of the best colognes I have ever smelled. So good. Cinnamon, boozy, vanilla, nutmeg, just such a good fragrance. Got that angel share DNA, but I honestly love the smell just as much. It is slightly different, but I definitely love the smell of this. So good. Definitely unisex too. Guys and girls can wear it, but it's not necessarily feminine at all. I've gotten so many compliments with this. This is my second bottle. Oh my goodness, this stuff is so good, especially for how cheap it is, and the performance is amazing. This is so good. Definitely deserves the hype. The next hype TikTok fragrance is Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male Parfum, or really any Jean Paul Gaultier, but I feel like Le Male Parfum and Le Male Elixir are the most popular, so I just went with Le Male Parfum. This one, yes, I would say is worth the hype. This is so good. This is a very light vanilla, lavender, aromatic, oriental, iris, powdery fragrance. Super duper nice for the colder months like fall and winter time. Super good, lasts around 6 hours. It's really nice, intimate, cozy scent. I really like it, super mature. I like how the lavender makes it more kind of aromatic than most super like sickly sweet winter fragrances like Lattafa Khamrah or some of the ones coming later in the video. I really like this. I have a 200 milliliter bottle. This is my second bottle. Super good, definitely recommend. The next hype TikTok fragrance I have is Rasasi Hawas. The hype for this has been dying down a little bit recently, but I think this is a really good fragrance. This is the Invictus DNA, super good. Smells like a grape slash raspberry plum kind of soda in the opening. Dries down, gets to be a nice sweet, bubblegummy, aquatic, musky fragrance. Super nice, very strong. It lasts like 10 hours for me, projects a lot. I've sprayed 2 sprays of this before and someone has told me it was too much. This is such a good fragrance. You can wear this all year round. It's sweet, it's fresh, mass appealing, gets compliments, super good, definitely deserves the hype. Rasasi Hawas. Next up, I have Club de Nuit Intense Man. This went viral for being a Creed Aventus clone, and I think it is very close to Creed Aventus. A lot of people say that the lemon in the opening is too much, but honestly, it was too much for me the first 2 months, but after I let it sit, this is amazing. 95% similar to Creed Aventus. Very mass appealing, very masculine, smoky, woody, citrusy, super nice. Got like a lemon pineapple opening. Get that like smoky birch smell in the dry down. So good, super masculine. Pretty strong too, lasts like 8 to 10 hours. Really nice, super accurate to Aventus. This is honestly a great all year round fragrance. I think it makes Aventus completely redundant. Honestly does it better because nowadays Aventus does not be lasting anymore. So definitely a great fragrance, honestly. I think the hate it gets is undeserved and people just don't necessarily give it a second chance. I think you just need to give it a couple months to kind of mature a little bit, and man, this stuff is so good. Next up, I have another Jean Paul Gaultier, and it is Le Beau Paradise Gardens. I think this is pretty nice. Super nice, like sweet, fresh fig, mint, coconut, bergamot opening. Dries down to a really nice creamy tonka bean and coconut base. The dry down smells pretty much identical to Le Beau Parfum's dry down, just a lot less sweet and a lot weaker. This only lasts around 6 hours for me, but it smells really nice. I just think personally I would way rather go with Le Beau Parfum in any situation. Aside from the first 2 minutes of this fragrance, the opening is just phenomenal. Greatest Jean Paul Gaultier opening I have ever smelled. But because it goes away so quick, honestly, I would just say no, this does not deserve the hype. Le Beau Parfum is better. Le Beau EDT smells way too similar. This is just the same thing over and over again. There's not enough different. And you could say, oh, it's a flanker, it's supposed to be the same. Yes, flankers are supposed to be similar, but they're also supposed to have differences. And honestly, I'm not really getting too many differences in this. People are saying it would smell more green and figgy and minty. I just get a tiny little bit of that. I think no, this does not deserve the hype. Next up, I have Stronger With You Intensely. Honestly, this fragrance is really nice. especially for a designer. Super mass appealing, vanillic, nutty, boozy, super good. Has like a smoky, woody kind of smell in the background too. I'm a big fan. Like $80 for 100 milliliter. Very, very, very popularized and promoted by FB Fragrances. And honestly, it is really, really good. Don't get me wrong, but there are a ton of Middle Eastern fragrances that I just think do this DNA, like the sweet, warm, spicy vanilla fragrance DNA, so much better. For example, Lattafa Khamrah, or even something like Lattafa Asad, the next fragrance. I think there are just better vanilla fragrances out there, especially for the price. But if you really, really love this, definitely go get it. It's not a bad fragrance at all. It lasts around 8 hours, and this gets compliments. This is my second bottle. Really good. I think it doesn't necessarily deserve the hype, but it's not overhyped, if that makes sense. Like, it's a great fragrance, and I don't want to take anything away from that. Next up, like I said, is Lattafa Asad. I love this fragrance, especially for the price. $25, you're getting 99% accurate to Dior Sauvage Elixir. So good. Super spicy, oriental. In the opening, you get a little bit of freshness, a little bit of barbershop, kind of like iris, lavender, as it dries down, and you also get a little bit of coffee and licorice. And then as it completely dries down, you get some vanilla, some woodiness, super duper nice dry down, just a really nice spicy, like Middle Eastern spices mixed with vanilla and woods, tiny, tiny, tiny bit of coffee. This is really good, super masculine, very, very similar to Dior Sauvage Elixir, very strong, and only for $25. This 100% deserves the hype, in my opinion. Next up, we have Afnan 9 PM. This is a Jean Paul Gaultier Ultramel clone, and yes, I think this deserves the hype. I'll just say it right up ahead. This is $20, very, very accurate to Ultramel, very sweet, very fruity, very vanillic, a little bit fresh too. It has a very nice prominent apple note, a very nice prominent vanilla note, has some cinnamon, has some lavender, super duper nice. I honestly like it better than Ultramel because it has a little bit more freshness, really good. You can wear this all year round, definitely great for younger guys especially. This gets compliments and it is very strong, at least my bottle is 8 to 10 hours. With some great projection. I'm a big fan. One thing though is more recently it started to smell kind of like rubber, a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit in the opening, but when it dries down, you should be good. Next up, we have Qaed Al Fursan. This is hyped up for being like $13. This is really good. This is, to me, a combination of Creed Aventus and Baccarat Rouge with a bunch of pineapple. This is just a really nice juicy pineapple with that nice smoky woodiness coming from Creed Aventus and also that nice cotton candy smelling saffron from Baccarat Rouge. I really, really like it, especially for 13 bucks. You can wear this all year round. Super nice tropical, juicy, fruity, sweet synthetic pineapple. Really, really good. Just be aware, it's a very prominent pineapple fragrance. So yes, I would say this is deserved of the hype. Lastly, we have Al Haramain Amber Oud Gold Edition. This is an Herba Pura clone, and I do not like this. I think it's too feminine. It's very, very sweet, very, very fruity, very like feminine. Like it just smells like a feminine like shampoo, like women's shampoo mixed with like soap and like florals and like candy. It smells great, don't get me wrong. You get nice vanilla, you get nice like strawberry, like candied strawberry kind of smell, soapy, fresh. I definitely think it is much more of a woman's fragrance. My girlfriend uses this when she comes over, and she like is very, very careful to not wear masculine fragrances. So yeah, I have pretty much worn this once and then decided no, this is way too feminine. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't hesitate to check out my fragrance sampling website, top link in the description, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.